I got to know CM's family since 2008. I became a close friend to his wife, Betty Chew. Since then, because of friendly and humble character. In 2008, I bought a house at number 25, Pinhorn Road, Penang, for Ringgit Malaysia, 2.5 million, and did some renovation with intention to let my brother live in. However, after I heard Sam's wife that she was looking for a place to rent due to termite problems at her official residence, I decided to offer them my house to stay. A tenancy agreement was entered and signed on the 1st of July 2009 with a 3 years tenure at 5,000 ringgit per month. But later, the tenure was extended to another 3 years to 30th June 2015. At that time, I felt very honored to rent my house to the Chief Minister and his family and also able to help them with the house problem. However, renting a house to them had caused me much distress and stress from some national and NGOs alleging untrue stories about me. But then, I decided to sell the house. There were also more incidents in later years, from demonstrations to funeral rites held in front of the house, to even Molotov cocktails bomb thrown into the house compound, which made the house so exposed and unsafe. There were endless news on the house with its address and pictures splashed all over the newspapers. I felt very uncomfortable that if my relatives or I ever decide to stay there in future, I will not feel safe and secure in such an overly exposed and much publicized house. So by early year 2012, I already let CM's wife, Betty Chew, know that if they are ready and willing to buy, I will sell them the house at Ringgit Malaysia 2.8 million. I was told by Betty that they are interested, but CM was worried that he could not afford buying the house if he is not elected as the Chief Minister. So Betty asked whether I would still sell the house to them at the same price of 2.8 million after the 13th general elections. However, after 13th general elections in 2013, CM's wife told me that they still need some time to purchase the property and request for an option to purchase at a later date when they are ready to do so. In 2014, CM and I then executed an agreement dated 23rd June 2014, whereby I agreed to grant him a buyer's option tenure to purchase the said property at 2.8 million in consideration of CM paying me 100,000 pending the exercise of the option. I shall continue to allow CM and the family to continue renting the property. Sometime before the extension tenancy was up in 30th June 2015, I made up my mind to dispose of property for good. I am a businesswoman and do not wish to tolerate unnecessary stress, have my name splashed all over the newspapers or social media again and again, especially when those insensitive people want to attack CM or to rise on the Taman Manggis land, which I'm not involved. I decided to sell the property because it attracts so many publicities, unnecessary publicities, and allegations from time to time. I have again asked CM's wife, Betty, to request CM to exercise the option to purchase. I did not survey the market when I decided to sell to CM in 2015 because I didn't think that was necessary. I already gave CM I already have CM as a buyer, and there's an understanding pursuant to the agreement dated 23rd June 2014, pending to the agreed sales price. After CM's wife Betty told me they have managed to secure a house loan, we decided to sign the sales and purchase agreement at the price we agreed earlier, that is 2.8 million ringgit. From my record, the sales and purchase agreement was signed on the 28th July 2015, and the bank released the full loan in October 2015. CM and his family have been my good tenants for the last 6 years. To me, CM is a respected leader, and I feel honored to sell my property to him. I think Penang has done well under his administration, and most important, I have sold my property to a person I respected. I have no regrets of selling my property to CM at 2.8 million ringgit. I have cleared myself of unnecessary headaches and stress. I do not understand why my agreement to selling the house to CM has blown to such a national issue when I have no business dealing with the state government. Neither have I obtained any benefit from the state government by selling the house to him. It is my decision at what price I want to sell to CM. I stress that I was not pressurized or forced or under undue influence by CM or any party to sell the house to CM at 2.8 million ringgit. I sold at my own free will on a willing buyer and a willing seller basis. I wish to clarify here that I am not a director nor a shareholder of KLIDC company, which was a successful bid for the Taman Manggis land under open tender. I'm not involved in the management of the company. I reserve my rights to legal actions against any party. They try to make unnecessary connections to complicate the matters and drag me into this controversy. I make this solemn declaration consciously believing that the same to be true and by virtue of the provisions of the Statutory Declaration Act 1960. So this is the statutory declaration signed. Each and every one of you have already received a copy of the declaration, and here I only stress that I reserve my rights to legal actions against any party should they try to make unnecessary connections to complicate the matters and drag me into this conspiracy. I write on behalf of Ms. Phang Li Koon. Okay? Thank you.
But repeat, how are you related to Phang? I mean, why are you reading this on behalf of her?
No, she's a distant relative.
Or distant relative?
Yes, and I'm the advisor to the Phang Association. I'm also Phang. Depends on P and Phang is the Chinese letter is all the same. It depends on whether you're Hokkien, your candidates, and all these things.